Hello, dolphin families. Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Stories with Mrs. Moodry. This month, our dolphins have been focusing on the character trait curiosity. And that means we've been learning how to ask questions, explore new ideas, and learn more about the amazing ways that people think and learn. And one exciting thing that we're going to talk about in this week's story is something called neurodiversity. Neurodiversity means that everybody's brain is different, and that's a good thing. Some people brains are super fast like a race car, while others might notice tiny details that others miss. Some kids are great at remembering facts, and other kids have big imaginations or really strong feelings. Here are a few things that can make someone neurodiverse. Some people have lots of energy and fast thoughts. Some people see the world in a unique or a special way. Some people learn to read in different ways. Some people have brains that worry sometimes. And I'll be honest with you, dolphins, I have a brain like that. Sometimes I have a worry brain, and I have to work really hard to keep that car on the track. And sometimes there are people who have tics, which are movements that are sounds that they can't always control. But it's important to understand neurodiverse brains because everyone's brain is different. And that's what makes the world so special and interesting. So I'd like to introduce you to this week's story called My Brain is a Race Car. Let's dive in and take a look. My Brain is a Race Car by Nell Harris. Brains are like cars that drive round and round a track, stopping at places to pick up information and then bring it back. I see a car with a green light means go, and then some red lights where you need to stop and pick up some stuff. My brain is a race car that likes to drive extra fast. Sometimes, though, it forgets to stop and fully complete a task. And a task is something that you need to do. Maybe it might be like finish your homework or brush your teeth. And here on this race car track, it's all green lights. There are no red lights to remind them to stop and do something. A race car brain needs a bit of extra care to make sure all that information gets to here and there. Learning how to drive this race car is what we need to do. Then having this supercharged car will be really good for me and you. Race car brains work extra hard to go the extra mile. Driving fast all the time is definitely a race car's favorite style. But driving the car this way for too long can lead to overheating, and then I burn out. If I don't look after my race car, then some not so good feelings come about. Those feelings are ones like frustration, which can really make me mad. I might say or do things I don't mean, which then makes me feel bad. Pit stops are good to reset my feelings. They help me recharge and rest. Pit stops for race car brains are calming activities. You have to find what suits you best. My race car brain likes to do yoga and have mindful time. One stretches and relaxes my body. The other stretches and relaxes my mind. Sometimes I can't think clearly when my race car engine gets loud, like being around lots of people, like in class or when I'm in a big crowd. When the noise gets too much, find a quiet space for 5 minutes, or some sound muffling headphones can help me get back in it. Every now and then my race car can get confused or distracted and not know where to go. There's a sign that says, "You should go this way. Come over here. Wow, go this way. Hey, look, this is cool. Hey, look, I'm a bird." The spider says, "Hi. Look down here, here." So what I like to do is take 3 big breaths and then take the next track slow. So I think the author's trying to tell us that sometimes when your brain is feeling like, look at this, look at this, look at this, and you're having a hard time concentrating, take 3 big breaths, and then it will help your car go a little bit slower. Sometimes my race car drives off down its own track, speeding away and not looking back. Going off on these tracks is what some people call getting in the flow, staying on it for hours at a time, never losing gusto. Other times, my mind can get distracted, and it might seem like I don't care. But it's really hard to keep a race car still for a long time, not going anywhere. You can see here, in her mind, the race car is at a red light, but it wants to speed off, right? It's having a little trouble concentrating. The fuel for our cars comes from our food and our sleep. What we choose affects how they run. Good fuel choices help cars stay on track, wait our turn, and listen to everyone. I'm seeing fruits and vegetables. I'm seeing making sure we drink water. That's good for all of us. When I'm going fast, things can sometimes get lost or information forgotten. Forgetting and losing things isn't fun. In fact, it can make me feel quite rotten. What's happening is my race car goes so fast that sometimes it gets lost or misses my next stop. Uh-oh, ran past that stop that said, don't forget your homework. Having a routine for my day is like giving my race car a map so I can stay on track and come out on top. On the nights that it's hard to sleep, I tell each part of my body to rest and it's time to wind down. My race car might need some extra help to turn the engine off, like white noise or soothing sounds. I have to do this sometimes. Sometimes my brain just won't stop thinking at bedtime. So then I listen to some wave music, or sometimes even rain is a sound that helps me fall asleep. Looking after this race car is an important thing to do because this race car brain is pretty special and it can do cool things too. And that, Dolphin families, is my brain is a race car. And some people think fast, some people need quiet, some people love routines, and some people have big imaginations. And when we understand how other people think and learn, we can be kinder because we help see someone else's point of view. We can be more helpful because we know what our friends might need to be able to do their best. We can be better teammates because we can work together in ways that include everyone. And we can be more curious because we learn new ways to think and solve problems. So, understanding neurodiversity helps make our school and community a safe, welcoming place where everybody feels valued and important, just the way they are. And I think each and every one of you dolphins are special and perfect just the way you are. So, thanks for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you for next week's bedtime story with Mrs. Moutry.